Hello folks, welcome back to another BudgieGames video. Today we'll be reviewing some of my custom Lego builds that I have made a couple months ago. So kind of found these builds kind of lying around in the corner, so decided to go kind of pop them and review them a bit. So the first is this custom Lego police SUV. So this kind of has this kind of bodyguard kind of security kind of vibe to it, mainly because it kind of ignores the blue factor. But I like usually I like kind of the police cars that have that white and black in it. It makes them look like really cool, so I kind of added them to the design. It's an SUV it's an SUV design, so I kind of went over for that. So as you can see, we have kind of two kind of police builds, like a police trunk over here, a police kind of overhead over here. Then I also kind of lifted this kind of back section up to make so it wouldn't look a bit too flat and actually have some height differential. And on the back for kind of the indicators and the back for the vehicle, I actually use a Jurassic World kind of. This is actually from a Jurassic World set that I had. Because mainly I kind of use a lot of these kind of already pre-built that I built a while ago. Kind of, I don't know what these are called. Car backs, I'll call them. So, to make the process go faster. Then, there's also an interior. It's really hard to remove though, and I evidently sometimes have to break the build. Yep. So, oh damn, it just kind of broke off the wheel, but that's fine, I can fix it. So, in the inside, as you can see, you can actually put minifigures in here. You can put a minifigure in a compartment, and even in the backside, like, I think 5 minifigures. That's kind of the reason I like this build, because mainly, you know, you can actually put minifigures in it than my other builds, because they're kind of for show on the outside. That's what I really like about it. It also just has this really cool and sleek design, and like, you know, it's probably one of the best custom police vehicles I've built. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna just put the wheel on, and here, oh, that's pretty bad. Here we go. Now it's finally ready for some action. Next, we have this Lego fire truck. This is my favorite custom build that I've made. It's, you know, absolutely beautiful. And it's all really even. That's the thing I like about it. It's the evenness of this. Like, there's, like, with my other, like, builds, they're usually not that even. You know, they have different kind of colored parts that set off the color scheme, and they're not really that, they don't really mix well together, but this build was probably my most evenest. The thing is, it was really hard to kind of, you know, find a lot of red pieces because I didn't really have many, but I was able to make it work. So, with this build, there's no steering wheel. I think I forgot to add it, but you can't put a minifigure inside this. Then we also have, yeah, so it kind of went for those more, so on the outside, it kind of goes for those kind of smaller fire vehicles, like mainly a lot of like rural towns. These are the kind of fire trucks you would see. That's kind of design made for, because building those kind of city fire trucks are quite difficult, and it didn't just have the pieces of that. So there's a lot of kind of stuff for it. We have these kind of compartments here. I couldn't really find a hood for this compartment because I didn't really have many left. But we do have kind of these already kind of hooded compartments. And inside we have different kind of tools. Like we have a mug. We have, I think, a siren. Not a siren. Yeah, and a speaker. And then we also have some cones. So the thing about these cones is that you actually can't take them out. I basically wedged them together for some reason, and now they're just impossible to take out instead of like probably breaking this piece. So yeah, these are just gonna be there. It would be really cool if I could take them out, but sadly I can't. Then we also have, so these are from the early Lego City builds, these kind of fire hoses. And I kind of added one over here. This is probably my favorite part of the build because it's just so fun, and like I like how it kind of attaches to the rest of the build. Then we also have an extra kind of backside. This is kind of from the newer Lego City fire truck builds. So usually you would also have these kind of blue kind of one by one studs that you put in here, and then you can kind of shoot like a gun. But let me put one in here right now. So, yeah, this is just kind of something I wanted to put in the back compartment, as it didn't really have anything to put back there. So, yeah. But yeah, this is my favorite build. I think I made this probably most detailed and probably most best. There are a couple oddities though, like for example, the fire chief sign is not really in the middle. The the wheels aren't the same. Like this one's gray, this one's white, and the designs are different. But yeah, it's probably I'd give like a 10 out of 10 for this build. Then we're moving into our final two. First is this race car build. So as you can see, it has this kind of Formula 1 kind of vibe to it. It's, yeah, very, very cool. So this build is probably my second favorite, as it's just really detailed as well. Like, it's very even. You know, it's very smooth. It's very nice. So this is actually not a race car. It kind of takes more from those luxury car kind of vibes. So yeah, we kind of have these kind of back kind of hooks here. I was planning to add kind of like some kind of flaps there to make it look a bit better, but you know, didn't really have the pieces. Yeah, kind of added this kind of kind of flat compartment here where like when the racers or people are getting off, they can just step on here and come off the car. Yeah, but this is just a really cool build. Also, you can put a minifigure in here. It's just that you have to kind of remove his like foot and bottom torso because it wouldn't all fit and it would look really odd. But you could, but if you want it to look kind of a bit better, you can just pick kind of the body, like the upper abdomen, and just put the minifig in here. Yeah, but really cool build. And even if you take off this back compartment, it still looks really nice. But I just added there for kind of like protection, just coolness. And finally, we have the cargo van. So the cargo van's probably my least favorite build. Mainly because it's, like, not that much detail. The front is pretty chunky. Like, the headlights are kind of small and odd. And also this hooded area, this kind of doesn't really fit with the rest of the build. But does still have some charm to it. These kind of walls from the older Lego police station sets. We kind of had to have this kind of sign here. So this is kind of the sign you see in a lot of these kind of box trucks or cargo vans. But I just replaced it with the kind of a windshield to add the same effect. But one cool thing is that you can actually open it. This kind of gate kind of piece is actually from a Lego police truck set. And as you can see, we do have some boxes in here. So I don't really feel like reaching into that box right in the middle. But here we kind of have a hook in this box, which is pretty cool. But then also we can also put stuff inside. Like we can put this TNT. And if you wonder why there's TNT, it's because this is mainly kind of a criminal kind of box truck, so that's why. And if you put everything inside, it can close. So yes, that was it. It was just kind of a short video to review